What do you want to talk about?
Whatever we want. I've got topics for days. I'm so Call it Topicana. Fresh squeezed.
Oh, Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Amy has questions for me and Andy today.
Yes, I have
Oh,
topics.
I have a question right off the bat. Did you put the demon filter on that song? Because it just came through my headphones really weird.
No, that must have just been, it sounded normal on our
Special
end.
for you, Andy. Special
Oh.
demon filter for you.
Maybe there's demons on my end. I
Yeah.
should get that checked out.
Is there a demon filter out there?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, on the machine you have it actually. The new mixer.
Yeah.
You mean like this?
Oh my god. Oh no, Freddy
that was the monster filter.
turned into a monster for a second. It was very frightening. All right. Welcome to Topicana, the show where anything goes, even me singing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anything goes.
Jesus Christ. We just have to let
I
him
want-
cook.
Yeah.
I want God to just make everybody's voice like that.
Does everybody sound the same?
Yeah.
Well, if the theories of infinite universes out there, of infinite types of universes out there, in a universe right now, that's how everybody speaks.
Yeah. Super deep.
Sliders.
Super deep voice world.
Anyway, I have topics.
Yeah. Thank you for being a patron, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this on the main feed, check out the Patreon.
You could have gotten this a week early.
Yeah. Plus other things.
Plus other
We just put
stuff.
Origins out too. So
Patreon.com/NOTLP. So we just had Hurricane Milton. I don't know if you've heard. Which is pretty devastating. But the people we know and love in Florida are A-okay.
thank God.
They were in the path and they're okay. Oh my God.
We were sweating bullets.
It was really nerve-wracking it was harder to live through it down there
Yeah.
than here, but it was very nerve-wracking for me. But then it got me thinking about what would be in my go bag, like if it's time to fucking boogie,
Yeah.
what would be in the bag. And I'm not talking about underwear, medication,
Because Amy freeballs it.
because I would, in an emergency, I would go commando if needed.
So these are like items that are above and beyond the bare minimum.
Just dumb shit, pop culture nonsense.
I gotcha. Comfort stuff.
Yes, like what would you want to have with you in the shelter?
Yeah.
As you were waiting to find out if your home was still there. What would comfort you, but it's dumb shit that
Yeah.
isn't underwear
Right.
or medications.
Yeah.
So I was thinking I would put my Janeway ornament that Andy gave me in my go
Oh.
bag.
That's
Because I
sweet.
love that thing. And
I
think
should get you an extra so you can have it in your bag,
just
emergency bag.
I could have one out.
So you can grab and go.
Exactly. Andy got me this Hallmark Captain Janeway ornament that I love her so much. And Andy knew that about me and he got me that ornament. So it's special because my bestie gave it to me, but it's also special because it's Janeway and she gives me strength.
Yeah.
So I would need that in a hurry up and boogie out of there situation.
Yeah. Definitely. Those sort of things are important.
Yes. How about you, Freddy?
Mine would be kind of a similar idea, but it would be my scary stories treasury, which is all those scary stories that's on the Tart books
Yeah.
compiled in one book and has all the art in there and everything. That's the comfort item,
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense for you.
Yeah.
What about you, Andy?
Well, we're assuming that we're coming back, right? Or
Well,
is it
sure.
actually, things that we can't live without? I'm putting stuff in that I am assuming that other places won't have. Like, there's no electricity,
well,
so I need
You're really going into this deeply.
I know, but I don't want to take up room in my bag for unnecessary things.
Okay.
The whole point is that the thing you're
How
putting
big
in there
is-
is not necessary to your survival.
How big is his bag?
it's an emotional comfort item. It's as big as it needs to be to fit your emotional comfort item.
Okay.
And it can't be your whole home.
Oh, just that is in my bag. My duffel bag's not like a TARDIS. I can just throw my house in there.
Well, yeah, but you could put a lot in that little duffel bag of yours.
I'll put my duffel bag. I'm assuming that my house is gonna be okay when I get home. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. I'm gonna throw in a Mad Lib because
good choice.
I'm assuming that I'm gonna run out of battery life eventually,
Mhm.
and there might not be electricity where a place I'm going, and I need something to entertain myself and the people around me. So
Mad
I'm
Lib's
gonna
a
throw
great choice.
We have some here in the room.
Somewhere.
I know where they are.
Yeah.
and a pack of cards. That'll be fun too.
Oh yeah.
Sure, you gotta keep your mind right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, just shuffling the cards and doing the bridge.
It's like a fidget.
Yeah, that's a nice
Yeah.
distraction from probably a hurricane or something.
Something horrific.
So I'm thinking like more practical items as opposed to like comfort items like you guys have.
Yeah. I
Knock
mean,
on wood. God forbid
You don't
we're
have
ever in
one
like
set-
a hurricane.
You don't have one set of Mickey ears that are like super duper. Holy shit, I have these. You don't want to bring them with you. Do you
Well, I
have
don't
like
wanna
a
get them damaged
hurricane
either.
themed
yeah.
set of Mickey ears so you can be
Some
themed?
windy ears, some wet ears.
You have to be themed to the
Like
the hurricane.
when Epcot did
Okay,
that storm
ma-
thing.
Maybe I'll just grab a piece of jewelry from my jewelry box.
There you go. I want you to
Because that's another fidget item. Like all my jewelry has texture, and I like to rub against it.
Yeah.
I knew there was some dumb shit thing. You're just as dumb as the rest of us.
Says you.
Well,
You dug past Mad Libs and for the stupid thing.
yeah.
You're like Mad Libs is too practical.
No, because Mad Libs and cards are things you
Yeah.
can share with other people. Do
Right.
you see
Yeah.
this little motherfucker
yeah,
out here trying
And-
to be kind? That's not what we're talking about right now.
Mm.
I see now.
And I also need a pack of pen or a pencil for the Mad Libs.
Well,
Yeah.
sure, yeah, you got to be able to.
I'm assuming there's no pens or pencils where I'm going.
A pack of cigarettes in case my demise is imminent.
Oh yeah, then it's time.
Then I could start smoking again
Yep.
if I saw like death, coming down on me.
If you saw your ass fix,
Yeah, if I saw my ass fix. We just watched the ass fix last night.
this
You-
movie.
Was it broken?
I made
Thank
that
you.
joke, too.
We made that joke. That was very good. What a bananas British movie. Anyway, highly recommend it. It's bananas.
Another quick question. Is this a sign for us to get a gun?
What do you mean?
All these storms and apocalyptic
Oh, are you
things
worried
happening.
that you're gonna have to protect like limited resources from
What makes
raiders?
you think I don't have a gun already? I'm
Oh
like
my
Kamala,
God.
man. I got a Glock.
You're packing heat, like you said, or something.
I shoot you dead. Okay. So that was what's in your hurricane go bag.
What's in
Very
your
well done.
hurricane go bag?
What's in your wallet? Speaking of Kamala, she was just recently on Howard Stern.
She's done the whole circuit.
Call her daddy.
Mm-hmm.
These
Colbert.
are Colbert's one thing,
Yeah.
but Stern
Yeah.
and call her daddy. A very interesting set of, but I get it. I get why. Remember when Obama was on Between Two Ferns?
Yeah. And then he did WTF.
Was he campaigning at that time?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah,
That's why he did it.
I don't
part
know
of
when
it.
he did those appearances, but I
Yeah.
think it's good for outreach. I mean, Trump is doing the same thing with his awful podcasters.
Oh God, I know.
Yeah. I think Amy felt like Kamala Harris was somehow
On
like
Howard Stern.
above it all.
That, you know what? Listen, I haven't listened to Stern in a long time. I don't know if he's different.
He's smooth.
Well, I'm judging-
smooth as harsh edges.
Yeah,
a little.
I'm judging people on how they act now as opposed to what
Yeah.
they
Right.
said.
So he's probably
God-
a lot different.
Yes, God forbid we get judged on our past podcasts.
Hey,
Right.
we judge ourselves. It's called Origins, and it's available to patrons.
We should have just called that show "Come to Jesus."
I guess I just wanted to get your
Are you put-
opinion on it.
Are you put off by the name "Call Her Daddy"? Because that's kind
Yes.
of To me,
Plus,
like,
it
it's
has a
very
little bit-
cringe to me.
It's extremely cringe, and it's got a little bit of a past. Google the Call Her Daddy drama.
Well, now I got to know a little bit of it.
I
Can you?
couldn't
you
even
can't
explain it.
encapsulate it.
There used to be 2 hosts.
Yeah, and then
and
some
then they
drama
got too big for their britches, and one of them
Oh.
tried to screw the other one over, I guess. And
Wow.
Okay, well, I know that whatever supposedly problematic things that Call Her Daddy did,
I don't
it
know if
can't
they're-
be any worse than
True.
what the podcast that Trump has been on. So
Well, exactly.
Right. Well,
it's
also,
already
yeah.
I'm
it's
just-
already a plus.
Presidential
remembering-
candidates should do podcasts.
Well, absolutely, and I am nope. It's just these particular show, and certain is a
Yeah.
podcast, but you know what I mean. Just
Well,
remembering,
we're waiting to hear back from Kamala from
we have
when
put
we
our
out-
feelers out.
we
We'd like
have
to come on and talk about her
we said-
31 for 31.
yeah, we sent out an invitation and they both declined.
Trump politely declined. It was weird.
Yeah. Sorry about that, dang.
What was that?
That should not have happened.
Oh no!
Well, hypothetically, if they were on the show, we just talk about horror movies. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, what's your favorite horror movie?
Yeah,
That would be it. And then we'd be like, how do you,
It'd be
where do you
something
stand on
lame.
Israel? And then we'd be like, so which Chucky's best? We'll put those two together as
Sure.
a 1-2.
I think Trump's answer is going to be Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese, yeah, probably.
disgusting son of a bitch. Speaking of sons of bitches, the segue means nothing at all. Scrubs, there's a potential here for a Scrubs revival reboot.
Which is
Revival.
so it's like a continuation, right?
discussing.
So like
Yeah.
it's not an alternate universe where JD is played by someone else.
No.
Oh, okay, good.
Also, like original cast and everything.
I think potentially. I mean, nothing's been signed off on, but they are talking about it. Is what
Well,
I've
I'm-
read on Deadline.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
I'm not like TLC.
I love.
I do want some.
You want some Scrubs. When Scrubs
I do
was
want some
good.
Scrubs.
It was great when it was good.
It was great when it was good.
If you want a show that was like early Scrubs, you should check out Shrinking with Harrison Ford.
Isn't
and,
that also Bill Lawrence?
Yeah, and Jason Segel. Is that his name?
Siegel?
Yeah, and then it also has what's her nuts, who was married to the showrunner, who was on Drew Carey.
Krista Miller.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Well, actually, like as much as I like Scrubs, I never finished it because that's my MO for a lot of series because
Yeah.
it gets to a certain point where like I'm out.
It had 2 endings
Yeah.
though.
And I think Scrubs did that for me.
Did you make it to the end of the initial run before they did like they brought in the new
They
cast?
tried to do the new generation.
Oh, I don't know.
The next
It's been like
generation?
15 years ago, so
Yeah.
I can't.
Because if you finish it, the last JD episode is a good ending.
Yeah.
And then it never should have come back. It was
Right.
it tied it up nicely.
Yeah.
So they had non-original Scrub members.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came
Oh.
in.
They had a whole
Okay.
new cast,
Was it 2
but with
seasons?
Turk still there.
He was a teacher
okay.
now, right?
I don't know, sweetheart. Was Dr. Cox still there?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I remember it not being very good. It had great people in it who went on to do other sitcoms that are very good, but it also just didn't work as Scrubs.
Well, Bill Lawrence is killing it lately.
Yeah.
So, I have no doubt that Scrubs will also be amazing if they want to reboot it. So do it.
What else is he doing?
Ted Lasso.
Oh, that is him.
You ever heard of
Oh.
Ted Lasso? Bad
Yeah.
Monkey?
That's him too.
I can,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. That is Ted Lasso. He's involved in Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got a similar tone.
I want to get back into Bad Monkey. We watched the first episode and it was actually really good. Felt like there's something there.
Cool.
I've literally never heard of that show.
Yeah.
It's based on a Carl Hyacin
It's an
book.
Apple TV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's
That's
like
why.
one of those Florida comedy crime stories.
I think people are starting to catch on to the fact that Apple TV just keeps pumping out all this stuff
Mm-hmm.
and nobody watches it.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's weird. They don't promote shit.
They don't. It just happens.
Yeah. And
You're
the
like,
funny
"What's
thing is,
this?"
I'd say like at least half of the stuff I've watched from them has been really good. It's
For
been like,
All Mankind is
yeah.
the best thing ever.
Time Bandits, even though it got canceled, was excellent. But like, I'd say like at least half of it's really like old HBO. When HBO really was like firing on all cylinders and everything they did was good. It feels like that, but they don't promote shit. It's like a secret.
Do you know what's not a secret?
What's that?
They're like actually making another Office show, The Office, like
A
a continuation,
oh yeah, that could work.
but not with the same cast.
Yeah, it doesn't need to have the same cast.
Yeah, it doesn't need to because I think we've seen their stories come to an end.
Yeah,
But do you think people still want this? I guess
Yeah.
Abbott Elementary shows people still want this, like
yeah, workplace.
fake
Well,
documentary
But
workplace.
Also, The Office is such a broad term. You know, like you could bring in. It doesn't have to be like Dunder Mifflin. It could be the offices of a doctor or an office of, you know, an adult bookstore office. That'd be funny.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how office culture has evolved in the last 15 years since Office has been off the air.
Yeah, and what's more like because there could be
Are they going
topics.
to show hybrid working?
Yeah, like hybrid working, like Zoom meetings and stuff like that. The
yeah,
open air concepts.
Oh my gosh.
Office concepts, you know.
yeah. Andy's got it. Andy, you should be in the writers' room for that.
I think they need
He's
to
got
have
it all.
Who is it? Michael Schur? Is that his name?
Michael
Should
Schur.
Should I get in
guess.
contact with him?
Greg
Yeah.
Daniels? Michael Schur. They were involved.
Yeah,
Anyway, The Office.
yeah.
I'll watch it. I'll check it out. I'll see what is going on.
Absolutely.
I love
Yeah, I always give stuff a chance. I mean, I never finish stuff, but that's the show's fault. It's not mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Abbott Elementary did come back, and the first episode was not as good as last season.
I'm waiting for that It's Always Sunny crossover.
Yeah, I'm hoping it ramps up to where it was. I mean, it's still good.
And God bless him for, I feel like It's Always Sunny is the redheaded stepchild of Hollywood. And God bless him for bringing him into the mainstream fold.
Yeah,
Anyway, I think that's sweet.
I
don't
like.
know
Is
why.
that this season that the
I
crossover's
truly don't know.
happening?
I'm assuming.
The fact that there is a crossover between those two shows, I've wanted the Sunny characters to turn up in other shows so many times. You know, where you're just watching something like, God, this is a perfect scene for one of those actors. So I'm really jazzed.
Like Dennis on Law and Order SVU or something like that.
Yeah, on anything, you know, bring them in as their characters.
I have not seen Joker, so Joker 2 was never going to be seen by thine eyes anyway, but I find it hilarious, the reviews I'm hearing.
Oh, and people are not liking it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It is getting ripped by the podcasts I listen to.
Yeah. It seems to be the popular consensus that it's not good. But
Yeah,
again, who knows?
I have no doubt. I mean, it probably is not good, just based on what people say. But also, I feel some people have their knives out for it already.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little suspicious of the really negative reviews, because most of the people who are telling me that they hated it were like bitching about. I'm like, why did you buy a ticket to see this? They're like bitching of the whole week leading up to it, and then they buy the ticket and then they just reaffirm what they said
Are you talking about somebody specific?
on social media.
Mm.
Someone on social media.
I feel it kind of fell into that toxic fandom thing.
Yeah.
That a lot of properties are going through, especially the people who love the first movie, and all of a sudden it's not what they wanted from it's not what they got from this first one. They like, it has to be the same.
Right.
Like, God forbid somebody try something different, or God forbid somebody bring a woman on to the main cast.
Oh, I wonder if that had anything to do with it.
Dare.
Also, it's a musical, right?
But I heard
I
it's
guess
not
so,
very
yeah.
musically.
What'd you say, Amy?
One of the complaints I heard is it wasn't really that much of a musical. It's like, well, then just
See,
be
the
a
complaint
musical.
I heard was that it was too much of a musical.
See, people are never going to be happy.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
fucking idiots out there, just mouth agape, eyes drizzling out passive tears.
I mean,
Drizzling out.
maybe in a way we're doing the same thing, but judging a movie we haven't seen.
Yeah.
I never.
But
I judged Joker, and I judged it
Joker
as
was, I
something
thought,
that I wasn't
excellent.
going to enjoy.
This is a really good movie. Just as a movie,
I only
like
have so much time left on this earth.
Batman, you know, whether or not you had the Batman elements in there, it is a little frustrating when you see these Batman movies and Batman never turns up once.
Yeah.
That's irritating. You're like, come on, just a little bit. Just him at the grocery store. Bruce Wayne buying casabas.
you think he actually shops for his own groceries?
No.
He sends Alfred out.
Yeah.
That poor old man.
And
Poor old
Alfred
man.
does Instacart. So
Yeah. They get everything delivered.
Where does Alfred find time to make all these devices and stuff? I don't know which Alfred does that anymore. I can't keep up with all the Batman changes either.
wow.
But there was a time when they made Alfred like Q.
Rock on.
You know what I mean? Not from Star Trek, but from James
no,
Bond.
I gathered.
Yeah.
I saw this meme today on Reddit that I wanted to get your answers on. And it's a fork. You're coming upon a fork in the road. And on the left, if you turn to the left, it's Raccoon City. If you turn to the right, it's Silent Hill.
Oh, I would definitely go Raccoon City.
Oh, see, I said Silent Hill.
Like, are you looking for like Silent Hill just feels like it would drive you completely over the edge of insanity.
In Raccoon City wouldn't?
Raccoon
Andy?
City would be pretty bad.
Come on, where do you lie in this?
Well, it's from what? Silent Hill and what's the other game?
Resident Evil.
I've never played either of those.
Oh my God.
I have seen the movies.
I
Yeah.
want to shame you because Silent
They're
Hill
close
is so
enough.
fun. And the movies are not.
But isn't Silent Hill a place that just drives you mad?
Well,
But
and
Raccoon City
there-
doesn't have some inherent supernatural force haunting it, right?
Right. But when you have Raccoon City, you're dealing with like a bio
You're dealing with,
accident
like,
that brought zombies
science.
to life, right?
And then
Yeah,
Silent Hill, you're
Mutants.
Silent Hill, you're dealing with supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel I can battle bio more than supernatural stuff.
And if
And
you,
also, the name's Raccoon City, and that's cute.
that is cute.
It ain't cute.
But
though.
Andy, if you've never played either game, you should also know that like I think you're right with picking Raccoon City because you can find weapons and ammunition and everything, but in Silent Hill, you'd find like a gun and a single bullet, and then you have to wander around
Yeah.
and you get pulled into parallel universes and shit
Hell.
at a moment's notice.
Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm facing in a way with bioengineered mutants or whatever. But like, how do I don't know how to
strong.
battle. I don't know how to battle supernatural forces.
I just think they're both equally terrible
Yeah.
options.
I feel like Silent Hill is way more my nightmare than the Resident Evil series. Although it's still scary. Like
They're
those games were
close.
scary as hell.
Yeah.
When they were new, especially, they were a pretty intense experience.
Yeah. I don't know. All I
Because
think
I've-
about is those dogs.
Yeah, I feel the Raccoon City, the monsters will leave you alone if you don't seek them out. But in Silent Hill Town, supernatural forces are all around, and they just fuck with you no matter what.
Yeah, and you have other people like you in Raccoon City, like there are other
You
humans
could team up.
who are on your side.
I mean, I hear your points and I'm accepting
Yeah.
them. But my
Yeah.
immediate thought was Silent Hill. And maybe that's just because I love those games.
they are great games. They're remaking Silent Hill 2,
Ooh.
but it's only going to be on PlayStation because
Boo.
that's an exclusive.
I only got a sex box.
Yeah.
A sex box.
I know. I just said it funny because I'm silly. Can the government control the weather?
No. Next question.
Apparently, a lot of people think that it's a possibility.
Marjorie Taylor
Is it?
Greene.
Listen, where there's smoke, there's fire. Listen, I am not doing the conspiracy thing. I know damn well what causes Hurricane Milton's. It's called climate change. I'm not an asshole. But can't you seed clouds to make it rain?
Yeah, I've heard that.
So the government
And
can
you can,
indeed control the
And
weather.
apparently, to some presidential candidates, you can drop a nuclear bomb in the middle of one and just neutralize it.
I've seen the same disaster movies he has then.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
very
how you
sci-fi.
solve everything.
Well,
you
it's
drop a nuke in it.
the latest Twister movie, the one that just came out this year.
Do they put a nuke in the twister?
They don't do that to that extent, but they try to send these little pods up in the air into the tornado that are filled with like the desiccates that you see in
Oh yeah.
food and,
So
and
like
shoes.
dry it out?
They're gonna dry it
Yeah.
out.
Oh my god.
That's funny. Science gone amok.
But what do I know? That could be a good
I mean,
idea.
Maybe it's based on science, but
Seems real
I don't watch
stupid.
Twister for like scientifically factual stuff.
You know you ever seen a baby's diaper that becomes overloaded and then the little gel globules come out?
Yeah, it just explodes.
That's what would happen. It would just blop on your head instead of the twister twisting your house up. It would just glop stuff all over it.
Do you remember-
So it's like we're on. You can't say that on television.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember that lady that had the video of like they thought it was hail, but when they went up and looked at it closer, it was a jelly.
Ew.
It was a real weird. It's like you can Google it. It's like
Is it like the
it's kind of an
Kentucky meat
unsolved
shower?
mystery. I don't know if there's. Oh yeah, what was that again? How did Kentucky meat shower go down?
I think it's in the name.
Was it an explosion at a processing plant,
I don't know. I don't think anybody knows.
or is that a
Did they
sex
test,
move?
Freddie? Did they test did the lady test the gloop that hit her in the head?
I can't remember. You know what? It's something we'll have to look up ourselves. Tonight in bed when you're trying to sleep and you want to know.
Kentucky meat shower is when you are repeatedly and frequently teabagged.
That's a Kentucky meat shower.
Yeah, because it's like raindrops on your forehead.
Yeah, it's
okay,
hitting on
sure.
it's hitting in your face.
Kentucky meat shower.
It's more Kentucky waterboarding, but
yeah, meat boarding.
anyway, that's what I thought. So the
Mhm.
government can control the weather. I'm not
What a dumb-
an idiot.
what a-
I swear it.
She's such a dumb bitch.
Marjorie Taylor Greene? Yes.
Oh God.
She strays into cunt territory so often.
She strays.
She can't help herself.
I don't think she lives there now. I don't think she's strayed in there. She
She lives in
put her
Cuntville.
yeah, she put her flag down and said, "I live here now."
Wish there was like
It's
a
my
fighting
home.
game that had her and the other one. Hand
Bobert?
job. Yeah, Bobart.
Hand
Bobart.
job.
Hand job at Beetlejuice.
God, that dumb bitch. That's another dumb bitch. That's your legacy now.
Getting felt up at the
That's your
Beetlejuice.
legacy.
You felt like you jerked your boyfriend off at Beetlejuice with kids around and vaped while you're at it.
Yeah.
She can multitask. Good for her.
I mean, all that was relatable.
she's
It's
governing.
for politics that I don't like. Everything about the
True.
Beetlejuice
Is it
situation.
relatable?
I don't, publicly
Not
exposing.
vaping in a
Has
pregnant
Amy-
woman's face
Yeah.
or indoors.
Has Amy jerked you off at a live
At Beetlejuice.
theater
Beetlejuice.
experience?
Yeah, I just said Beetlejuice a bunch of times. That's how I
Don't say it a
responded.
third time.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that. I don't know if you guys saw the headline, and I have barely read the article, but a local woman was just recently arrested after a dismembered body was found with body parts cooking in a pot
Mhm.
in northern Kentucky. And then the
No,
police.
we don't claim Kentucky.
Well, unfortunately, northern Kentucky is kind of ours. I'm sorry. It's our problem.
Northern Kentucky is like a suburb of Cincinnati.
So they wander upon this woman. I heard like somebody went there to do some, like a worker of some sort, and then came upon dismembered body parts. So call the police. The police come there. There's this woman covered in blood. There's something cooking in the pot.
That's horrifying. So the guy.
She's casting spells at the police.
Oh my God, really? I
Yeah.
haven't heard all of this yet.
Yeah, I read that in the article. She was trying to cast spells at them.
What a Halloweeny crime.
I know.
Do you
Terrible,
think that
somebody died.
I mean, the first responders would have to think this was some sort of joke probably at first, right? If they like saw a foot in a pot.
It's such a haunt scene.
Yeah. It sounds like a scene right out of like the Dent
I
Schoolhouse.
think it is one.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
So she was actually cooking people.
Her mom,
she was
right?
she was cooking whoever the owner of the house was. I don't know if they were
okay.
related or not. I didn't get
Gotcha.
that far.
I thought it was her mom.
It very well could be. Moms and daughters. It's a tough relationship.
Yeah, it's complicated.
sometimes.
I wonder how it tasted though. You think she's a good cook?
I doubt
oh my
it.
God. I doubt she's seasoned.
Yeah, she probably didn't season her at all.
No. She's like, I'm not going to season. I'm going to make a sauce instead.
And her sauce
Yeah.
broke.
And then her sauce broke. Sorry, we've been watching MasterChef again.
She tried to do a quick pickle.
She got to do emulsify it again.
Oh no! Now her hollandaise is turned
Well-
into mayonnaise.
Oh, now like she was probably with the time constraints, she had to probably use a pressure cooker
Yep.
Yeah,
on MasterChef at least. But
You can't
then you
cook
have
a
to
whole calf.
you have to chop it
60
down.
minutes.
You have to butcher it real good.
That's really scary when
ghouls.
you think about. Oof.
The picture of this woman looks like she's 5'0", like just
Yeah.
little tweaky looking. And I'm sorry, that wasn't maybe nice. But and how do you have the power to saw through? I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I guess drugs are a hell of a drug.
Power tools.
I
She
don't
might
know.
have had power tools
She might have had meth to
Or
help
meth,
her.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I wonder how big was this pot? Did she
Probably
have
It
pretty
a?
was
big.
several, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I thought you said in pots, but maybe not.
I might have said pots. I didn't.
Yeah.
mean
Was it a
to
giant
imply.
black cauldron?
Yes, it's one
Then-
big.
Yeah.
And she was chopping carrots and onions into it,
Yeah.
standing on a ladder beside it.
Yeah, that cooking on like a wood fire,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I could picture like a giant like spoon.
Oh
stirring
yeah,
it
you
too.
would need a big spoon.
Do you feel like all those cops need a therapist now?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you they're not. I wonder if they're joking about it the way you're joking about it.
I think you would have to.
You know.
That's how you deal. That's how I deal with really horrific things. Is I
Yeah.
will try to laugh about it in some way,
Yeah.
and it has to get dark sometimes. Because what else are you gonna do?
But some of these first responders sees things that are so
Yeah.
far, even beyond that. I don't even think some of them even joke about it.
yeah,
Some of this stuff is so far gone, so depraved.
yeah, like trying to
I
eat
bet-
somebody.
Yeah.
I bet they were thinking, God, that's awful, but it smells good.
Oh, that would be the worst thing.
If it smelled like
Yeah.
bacon or
I,
something.
people have
Yeah.
said that, that it's supposed to smell good. The smell of cooking human flesh.
Whoa. That's the first time I sat and thought about it.
Yeah, that you'd be like, what's that?
Oh, it's so distasteful, like down deep, because it's supposed to be. It's not right to be a cannibal. Our bodies know that. Our brains know that.
Is that true?
In the
though?
lizard parts of us.
Is it true though? Because
I think so.
I think they've kind of refuted that that if you eat human flesh, that it does change your brain. They
I
used to
just
say
mean that it's baked into our DNA. That's
Baked in?
distasteful. Yes, Freddy, I said it, and I'll say it again.
it's baked into our delicious DNA.
Yeah. That you don't do that. That's why it's taboo. That's why it's taboo in every society except for the cannibals.
Yeah.
Well, I need to move then.
Oh, did you hear brisket's back
just-
at Chipotle?
Oh.
Is it shredded or sliced?
Well, when you get it, it's kind of chopped up,
Okay.
but they go through all the motions, man. You get to smoke it, then they slice it, and then I think they even put it on the griddle. They chop it up. It's
think I'm gonna
good.
stick
Did you
with
have it
steak.
before?
No, I've never
More
tried it.
about this.
Dude, the
I think I'll
last
stick
time they
with
had
steak.
brisket, it was so good.
Oh my god.
Maybe I'll try it now.
Yeah. I mean, assuming it's the same recipe as last time, it's delicious.
Wonderful. So glad we got that out of the way. That was the final topic. Did you know
Yeah.
that brisket was back at Chipotle?
The final topic. We're headed
It-
for brisket.
And make sure when you go to Chipotle to record the whole interaction so they give you more food.
Is that true?
No.
Is that the
guys.
move?
That was apparently like a
That's a dick
quote unquote
move.
hack
Oh,
a couple
Ugh.
of months ago that they were putting those poor workers on the spot
Oh
by
my
recording them.
trying to make sure they got
Uh,
their fair share.
Yeah, if it wasn't to the customer standard, they were just like, "I'm good," and just walk away after they made the whole bowl.
Dick move. No, 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 no. Who raised you?
TikTok raised them,
Oh God. Oh,
or maybe I'm
TikTok,
just maybe I'm being a boomer. I'm just seeing a couple videos and extrapolating.
And you
a
think it's
wider,
you think it's
a
like an
wider
epidemic?
trend.
Yeah.
yeah.
The fact that it happened at all is upsetting.
They went right to a rainbow party after.
Mom talk will never survive this.
Yeah.
Anyway. Truly, I had nothing left. That is all I had.
I've given all I have.
It is. I've emptied myself onto this podcast.
Now I got to cook
Now,
meat.
did-
after
Now you
that.
gotta
Did any-
fill me back up.
Did anybody see the Northern Lights last night?
No, because I'm a dipshit and didn't even think about it.
We
even
could
though
see
I read.
them from here.
But I heard people
some
who
parts
couldn't.
of the city. Yeah, I think it's more like northern and eastern from us. But
Yeah,
I looked at my door and I didn't see anything. But I think I'm
we have a
a lot of light
chance
pollution. Yeah.
tonight in the more north.
Ooh.
I mean, we can go
We
look.
should go out there at least and check.
I don't think so though.
Sue, our buddy Sue Murphy saw him. She posted
Yeah.
some pictures online.
It's awesome.
Yeah, our friends over like Brandon and over in Loveland area, they saw them.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So it's like more east and north.
it's pretty cool.
We're in the valley. Ugh.
It's like magic.
The valley, like gag me with a spoon, that kind of valley. The Ohio Valley and such and whatnot. All right.
Well, thank you guys
Thank
for
you for
supporting the
listening.
show.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you
ya.
for the topics, Amy.
I hope you had fun, my loves.
What do you want to talk about?
All right, bye.